Hi, everyone. This is Ali Hussein Kasim of Ali Talks Tech. Today with me is Dr. Victor Kiplagat. I must ask, Doctor of Medicine, Doctor of what?
Academics.
Doctor of Academics.
Yes.
What did you...
So my specialization is in strategic information systems.
Strategic information systems.
Correct.
So you'll unpack that to us in a few minutes. So guys, Dr. Victor Kiplagat, Victor to us, or Dr. Victor, is the founder and CEO of Spin Mobile. And Victor is here today because we interact. He's in a very interesting space in the fintech ecosystem. He'll explain that to us. But it's also super important for him because he's done 5 years at Spin Mobile. Congratulations, boss.
Thank you.
In the tech ecosystem, we say you've passed through the valley of the valley of death, unscathed.
Yeah, we thank God.
We thank God. We thank God for that. So, Victor, what's Spin Mobile? Who's Victor? How did Spin Mobile start, and where are you at today?
Wow. So many questions, but I'll try and attempt to answer them. My name is Victor Kiplagat, as you've said, founder and CEO at Spin Mobile. I'll be talking more about what we do at Spin Mobile.
Okay.
But first of all, allow me to thank you for having me on this podcast.
It's my pleasure, bro. We are here to tell the Pan-African tech story from Africans. So I'm honored.
Yeah, I've been following great stories that have been going on, and thank you for the good job.
Asante.
These stories are what builds companies like Spin, because we learn, we get encouraged when things don't work. We can learn from others, and we are truly grateful. So Victor Kiplagat, I'm a father of 3 children, 8 years, 5 years, and 3 years.
Okay.
And I'm a husband to one wife.
Okay.
Of course,
focus on the one wife.
Yes, it's important I mentioned that. Yes. I'm also a believer. I think I've just mentioned about my background in church.
Yes, you're the leadership of CITAM.
Yes, I'm in the leadership of CITAM Woodley, in charge of the men's ministry.
Okay.
So I'm in charge of the men's affairs in church. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, you asked about the story of Spin Mobile.
Yes,
Spin Mobile, we are now 5 years old. I can say the story of Spin Mobile is a story of listening to the customer. If I have to summarize everything else, is that. When we began Spin Mobile with the late John Amogi, may his soul rest in peace, my co-founder, who passed on in 2023, we started way back in 2020, and we were focusing mainly on core banking systems, loan management systems, trying to digitize the loan application processes for SACCOs, financial institutions in general.
So when you say you focus on core banking systems, could you just expand on that? Were you building core banking systems? Were you managing? What were you doing?
We were building. We were actually building from scratch.
Really?
Yes, a loan management system. And we had some clients already coming in, some SACCOs, some financial institutions, microfinance. And we went to this meeting in February of 2020, just 3 months after starting.
Yes.
And I remember meeting this client, and they told me, Victor, I don't have a problem of lending systems. But my biggest problem right now is to be able to tell who is a good or a bad borrower based on M-Pesa data.
Interesting.
Yeah. And
this was which year?
2020, beginning of 2020.
2020.
Yes.
And this client specifically focused only on M-Pesa?
The need that time was to use M-Pesa data into their credit scoring model, how they can be able to make a decision about a borrower based on M-Pesa data. So we took up this challenge with John. At that time, we were only still the 2 people running the company. We didn't have any employees. We didn't have an office. And we promised to come back with an MVP in 2 weeks' time. Because
so for my audience, what's an MVP? Is that most valuable player? What is it?
It's in layman language,
Yes.
it's just basic product that can do the service without fanciness that comes with
Without
product.
any jingles, no.
Yes.
No
yes,
frills, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Minimum viable product.
Minimum viable product. Okay.
Yeah. So we promised to come back after 2 weeks. And I remember turning and looking at John. I'm like, man, I'm the one who normally overpromises. But this time around, you've overpromised. And the gentleman had an idea on how we can use some extraction tools to actually extract data from M-Pesa statements. Few days later, he was able to do that because he was handling the coding side. My background is in software engineering.
Okay.
But in the setup of Spin Mobile.
Which school did you go to?
Oh, yeah.
JKUAT?
No, KU.
KU?
Yes.
You and I share an alma mater.
Yeah, I noticed that in one of your podcasts.
Yes.
So we promised this client that we were going to be coming back in 2 weeks' time. And true to it, actually, a few weeks later, Jonah told me we had managed to do the extraction of this data and done just some basic categorization that we can tell this is a payment going to a restaurant, this is a fuel station.
Kutuma fare.
Yes, and we went back to this client, and he was impressed. He was like, "Wow, this is what I was looking for. This is good."
How long did you take?
About 2 to 3 weeks.
2 to 3 weeks.
Yes, it was very, very short, but it was really basic product. I can say Spin Crunch 0.1. Yeah, and that is where the story of Spin Mobile began. A month later, COVID broke out. Remember, March of 2020. And many financial institutions were struggling to digitize because customers were not coming to the branch anymore.
Yes.
Lockdowns here.
Kabisa.
You needed a way in which you can interact with your customers. And Spin Crunch came in so handy because now...
Spin Crunch.
Yes, that's the name of the solution.
Okay.
Yeah, because you would just tell the customer, forward me your M-Pesa statement, forward me your bank statement, and our solution would extract that data, analyze it, and you can actually make a decision without meeting these particular clients.
Wow.
And if you also remember around that time, I think the president made a decree about CRBs not listing some specific individuals.
Correct.
And that really messed up things early in the credit scoring.
I can just understand how it just, I'm sorry to say this, but sometimes our politicians make decisions on the fly without understanding and appreciating the impact of it to a whole ecosystem.
Yes. So Spin Crunch came in as a savior to many people. And that year, 2020, we were signing up probably 10 to 15 financial institutions on monthly basis.
Wow.
By end of 2020, we had signed up over 70 institutions. Wow. No office, no staff. Just myself and Jonah. And we had grown our monthly recurrent revenue to over 1 million shillings.
Wow.
Yes. That's why I'm talking about the power of listening to the customer. Because we went in with a mentality that this is what people needed. But when we actually listened to what the clients needed, we got what has been the moat and what has sustained us this far and grown Spin to be where we are.
In the last couple of weeks, the thing that has been constant in my conversations is listening.
Yes.
Someone I had a conversation with was talking about she listens to understand, not listens to respond.
Absolutely. The biggest problem we have nowadays, most people listen to respond.
Yes. Hata hujangoja mtu amemaliza, wewe you are ready with your answer.
Yeah. So and really that has been the story of Spin Mobile, because from there now we went to analyzing bank statements, tills, pay bills, brought in OCR that can be able to analyze scanned statements. We brought in verification tools because we go for a meeting and the client says, Victor, for me, I would need this feature. Quickly note it down, go back, implement, come back and present. Is this what you wanted? Is it in the right format? That's how we've built Spin.
That's how you've grown.
Yeah.
Vitu kwa ground just to listen to people.
Yeah. Just listening to what our clients are saying.
So let's step back 1 minute.
Correct.
1 bit. Before you built that.
Yeah.
Where were you at?
Oh, the journey of Victor. So Can I go back a little bit
Please, go back as far as you want.
Okay.
This is your story, brother.
I'm born and bred in Elgeyo Marakwet County. Very humble background. Single parent family. Struggled going to school. I remember when I was in class 8, I knew I just have to get to Starehe Boys so that I can get sponsorship to go to college, to go to high school. Because I had seen what my brothers had gone through, being sent home all the time.
No school fees.
Yes, I didn't want that to happen to me. And doing my KCPE, all along I had really been like, I was in Text 1 in my school. I had performed very well. We were the first class that did 400 out of 500. So you can guess how old am I. And all throughout the year, I had scored over 400. And this time round, I scored 386. And that is how I missed Starehe Boys.
Oh, wow.
But through
how did you feel about that?
It was so bad. In fact, at some point, I was feeling like I need to go back to school. I need to repeat class 8 so that I can get the marks to go to...
This is your focus at class 8?
Yes. I knew, I had seen and I knew, Ali, that this is what I just needed to survive.
How old were you, Victor?
I was 15, thereabout.
15?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I went to this school, and I think God works in mysterious ways. Because
100%.
When I got there, term 1, form 1, I was the best in my class. And something I didn't know is that this is a Catholic-sponsored school, St. Patrick's High School, E10.
So you got into E10?
I got into E10.
E10 is not... It's not... I mean, E10 is a solid school. I mean,
the problem was not the school. The problem was school fees.
School fees. So how did you get through?
So I actually didn't know the Patrician brothers usually pick the best student in Form 1 and they sponsor through high school.
Oh, wow.
So after the closing, assembly, the principal telling the last communication before students go home, he said, "Victor, come and see me."
So this is you finished the full year, Form 1.
No.
The first
term 1. Term 1.
Okay.
And he calls me to his office and he tells me, "You're very lucky. Patrician brothers normally sponsor the top students. And
you are the top
student.
You
are the one."
Wow.
I remember going home and telling my mom that we have gotten somebody to sponsor me through school, and it looked like a miracle.
It was a miracle.
Yes, it was a miracle. And that's how I really enjoyed my time in high school. I
full sponsorship without worrying
no
whether
struggle. In fact, I used to be given fare home and fare to use coming back, including the holiday tuitions. The Patrician brothers used to pay. And I ended up being the school captain of the school. I became the CU chairman. I led throughout. I was a class prefect from Form 1 all the way. I really enjoyed my time in high school.
That is fantastic.
And I realized God had wanted me not to go to Starehe, but my blessing was in St. Patrick's. So after that, I got admitted to Kenyatta University to do software engineering. Truth be said, I didn't understand what is software engineering.
What year was that?
That was 2000. I cleared Form 4 in 2005. Okay. So 2007, I joined.
2007, you joined KU.
Yes, first year. Did software engineering. Graduated in 2011.
So you came into KU about, you said 2007?
Yes.
Yeah, so you came into KU about, because I finished KU 1990.
Wow. I know your story. So.
Yes.
So, So that 2007, something I didn't tell you is that I was actually a student leader in campus as well.
Okay.
And I became a very close friend to the Vice Chancellor, the former Vice Chancellor, that's Professor Olive Mugenda.
Yes.
And I remember asking her for work, like I'm clearing campus and I need something. And
Nataka kazi.
Yes. She actually organized for Airtel to come do an interview in campus for management trainees.
Wow.
And I actually didn't even do that interview because I was the one coordinating the rest to come for the interview.
Amazing.
So I cleared the last exam. I think it must have been on a Thursday. And the following week, I had a job.
You were at Airtel?
Yes. Stayed there up to that 2011. So I had not even graduated because we were coming back to graduate in December.
Yes.
So July, an opportunity came up in West Africa. They were rolling out value-added services, the IVR, the ringback tones, and they needed people who had been trained in Kenya to go to these countries. And that's how I ended up in Chad. Do you know Chad?
You ended up in Chad.
Airtel, Chad. Okay. Yeah, so I was in Chad up to December, came back to graduate, January, went back. But I had seen that I have a potential of growing in the corporate sector. And I was divided. I wanted to do an MBA. I wanted to do a Master's of Science in Information Systems or IT. And I took a bold move. And that January, before going back to Chad, registered for an MBA in Kenyatta University. They used to call it ODEL. It was Open Distance and E-Learning module.
Yes.
And I came to University of Nairobi, took another master's in Information Systems, Chiromo campus.
So you did 2 masters?
I did 2 masters at the same time, and I'm not in the country.
Simultaneously?
Yes.
Hey, boss, you are very focused.
I don't know what to say about that. So that went on to 2014.
So how long did these masters take you?
2 years.
2 years?
Yeah.
Both of them?
Yes, because
you were working?
Yes, I was working. So I used to come for exams, make sure I get the notes, read, study, talk to my lecturers, come and do the cuts later. And they were kind enough to actually allow me because they knew I was out of the country on a work assignment.
But you're also showing initiative.
Yes. And they didn't know I'm actually doing another master's program at the same time. Yeah. So came back. So I was in Chad for 2 years, up to 2013. And after that, I went to Airtel Rwanda for another 2 years. Then came back to Kenya in 2015. That time I'd already graduated with my master's. And Jamii Telcom were looking for a chief marketing officer. Okay. I remember seeing these adverts.
So how long have you been at Airtel at this time?
4 years. I can say now getting to 5 years because from 2011 to 2015. And I applied for the role.
Chief Marketing Officer.
Yes. And to my surprise, I was actually invited to the interview.
And you had no marketing.
And you know that advert, it talked about you need to have 10 years of experience. Actually, I think it was 10 years in management. And I came, the recruiter interviewed me. And I don't know what she saw in me. She was like, Victor, you don't have the experience. But you have a double master's, you've been out of the country, the experience of having been out of the country. I think we can give it a try. And she forwarded my name to the board. So I was invited to this board meeting. And the chairman was there, of course, the senior management interviewing me. And one of the questions I was really avoiding was, how many years of experience do you have? And guess what? It was actually among the first questions. I had really hoped they would not ask. They would look at other things and my potential without really asking about that. So, but I could see from their reaction, they're really impressed. And immediately after that interview, I was told they would give me feedback. So I went down. Before I reached the gate, I received a phone call.
You received a call.
I hope you've not gone far. Please come back, come back. We want you to go with this contract.
What?
Go read it, and then you can sign and bring it back. You've actually gotten the job.
Wow.
I was amazed. I didn't know what to say.
So let's step back for a minute. Software engineer.
Yes.
Working with Airtel on technical stuff.
Now, I think that is now where I took into like a deviation into business.
Okay.
Because when I was being taken to Airtel, I was going in there as an L1 engineer.
Okay.
Level 1 support engineer. But because of the opening in West Africa for this, they actually needed business development managers. So that's how I now moved from coding, tech.
So core engineer, and then moving into business development.
Correct.
That is one of the most interesting combinations, and I see in my years of experience, I can pinpoint very few, maybe 10 people that I know at senior level who've made that transition.
Yes.
From hardcore techie, to actually also being a business leader beyond tech.
Yeah. And I have come to realize it's actually a gap that is missing.
Huge.
Many people can code, but many people cannot be able to interact with the customer, decode what the customer is saying, and be able to sell the solution they're building.
100%.
Yeah. So that combination really helped me. So anyway, I was in JTL for 2.5 years. And
so you joined JTL?
I joined JTL,
Chief Marketing Officer.
Yes, and I'm truly grateful for that experience and the exposure, because it was now very high level exposure. I would go to, that's where I met John Juguna, my friend at Safaricom. He used to be the CIO that time of NCBA.
Correct.
And it was one of our largest clients. So I would interact at that level, and that really broadened my thinking. I would start to see problems that people were facing, hear the clients, also sit at the management strategy level, I was managing over 100 people.
Wow.
Yeah, under me that time. By that time, I was only 28 when I became the CMO.
28?
Yeah, I was 28.
Amazing.
So after 2.5 years at Jamii Telcom, actually, somebody called me and told me, Victor, I'm setting up a company and I would want to run it. And the remuneration is good.
I want you to run it.
Please come and help run this company. So that's how I then transitioned and got into proper Fintech, financial technology, because this was a company dealing with digital loans, building a technology for digital loans. That time is when mobile loans had come into the market.
Correct.
And we went in there.
Do you mind telling me which company this is?
It's called Finance Plan.
Finance Plan.
Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So we were there from 2017 towards the end, 2018, 2019, and we grew so well. Signing up companies left, right, and center, getting into a project in Nigeria, partnering with some banks. We're really doing good. Until, I don't want to get into the details, but things happened. The company somehow just started going down. Okay. So we lost staff, and that's how I became jobless. Remember?
Wow. Yes. I remember.
Yeah. So by 2019, I had already left the company and now looking for another opening elsewhere.
What are the lessons there?
I think maybe I can finish the story so that you can relate.
Sure.
And how I believe that God was literally orchestrating things.
Yes.
And how you can take a setback.
God always does.
And using that setback to catapult yourself to the next level. Yeah. So this time we are jobless from 2019, and I am looking for jobs, Ali. I'm not getting. I would go to the last. All along, I had been very successful in my career.
Yes.
I would go to the last interviews and something comes up, or we don't agree.
All of a sudden, things just went dry.
Yes. I would go to the board level, some of the senior positions. And I remember my wife telling me more than once, Victor, you have built companies, but for other people. I think it's time you do your own.
Wow.
And I ignored that because for me,
it's almost like the same conversation I've had with my wife.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yes. So it was like,
do it for yourself.
Do it for yourself. Talk to Jonah. Jonah is now my co-founder. And I really resisted.
Jonah was your friend?
Yes, Jonah was my friend.
Okay.
Yes, I had known him for quite a while.
For a while. Okay.
Not software engineer.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and I remember this day just saying, why don't we try it? And I actually called him. And we had a sit down and we agreed to start. That is how we started. But now, that time I had gone without salary for 5 months.
Wow.
I had bank loans. Things were tough.
Wow.
I'm getting letters from, I had a bank loan, we had a circle loan, we had a mortgage, and things were really tough. It was tough. When I say that, I mean every part of it. It was really tough.
I can relate, boss. I can relate.
At some point, the bank, this particular bank, forwarded my file to the
CRB.
What's an CRB? Auctioneers. Wow. Actually, it went to debt collection.
Wow.
And there was nothing, and it went to the auctioneers.
Wow.
And we were at the brink of
being auctioned
because of these loans that we had. At that time, we were trying to build Spin, and it was tough. You were starting from negative, not even zero. and wow. We approached a number of people to invest in us.
To invest in you.
Yeah. I remember approaching this friend of ours, and we were like, just give us 1 million shillings. We'll give you 10%. And by the way, if we had offered anything less, I think we would have taken.
You would have taken.
Because we were really at a difficult point.
You were desperate.
Desperate. And then nobody would give us. And I actually learned a lesson today that I think this is something that maybe your listeners need to get.
Yes.
Nobody's going to believe in you without traction.
Please repeat that.
Yeah.
Nobody is going to do what?
Nobody is going to believe in you or believe in your idea. And especially in this country, maybe in the Western world, it can be possible.
Without traction.
People want to see, so you've signed up these companies. The graph is going up.
Yes.
Because the offers we got after, amazing. But nobody
when you
would
got
come.
Traction.
Yes, nobody would come when we really needed that help. So, yeah.
So you slogged on.
Yes. Bootstrapped. Proper.
That's the one, bootstrapped.
There are many stories. I said this when we had Spin at 5 celebrations. And I remember this day when both Jonah and I had gone for a circle. And you know the way circles can have very lengthy meetings. So we were invited at 8, but we were given a slot to present at 5. Because the board meeting had gone on the whole day.
Gosh.
And we didn't have...
5 in the evening.
Yes.
And you had to stick there.
We had to stick there, of course.
For business.
You are looking for business.
Did they give you lunch at least?
Nothing.
Oh my God.
And then we didn't have anything. We didn't have even a coin. And I remember by the time we were
These streets
done,
of Nairobi are tough, my friend.
we are leaving that office and we are like, whose home is nearer, mine or Jonah's? Because we really have to eat something. Yeah. So it was tough, but those are the stories that really built us and made us to be resilient.
Anecdote, what happened with that circle? The one that kept you
They signed up.
They signed up.
They signed up.
Well done, brother.
Yeah, that was
well
a relief. Mm-hmm. They signed up. So that's how Spin really started. Of course, I mentioned about 2020 and the breakthrough around this client requesting for Spin Crunch solution,
yes.
What we built.
Spin Crunch. You didn't even have a name for it.
Yeah. Now, what we wanted to do was, the reason, the name Spin Mobile is because we knew we want to spin data, correct. But now we were interested in mobile data.
Correct.
That's why we called it Spin Mobile.
Mobile, yes.
And then the solution, we called it Spin Crunch because of crunching
numbers.
Crunching numbers.
And data.
Yes, and making it easy for our customers. Yeah, so that is how Spin was formed. We got our first employee in 2021. We got an office in Upper Hill where we still are until date. And God has been so gracious. We've grown and our customers have loved on us.
So,
yeah.
5 years down the line.
Yes.
As you reflect, what are the key things, key learnings?
Great, yeah.
For the ecosystem.
Yeah.
And I say this with all due respect. We hear too, and this is not the first time I've said this. And let me repeat it again. And I have nothing against startups raising money. But too often, we hear too much celebration about, X startup has raised X amount of money. Next thing you know, that startup is dead. But what we don't hear enough is stories like Spin Mobiles.
Yes.
Okay? So what are those lessons? We know that people raise money for various reasons.
Yes.
You know, great presentations, good networks, going to the right schools, you know, and stuff like that. What are your lessons to entrepreneurs across Africa who may not have that privilege that you also did not have, but here we are today, speaking 5 years later? Spin Mobile is a force to be reckoned with as far as your space is concerned. And we'll talk a little bit more about that space that you play in now.
Yes.
But let's start with the lessons.
I think this is the most important part of this podcast today. Because this is what I'm really passionate about. I think one of the key lessons I've learned is pivoting and layering. And that comes in from listening to your customers.
Pivoting and layering.
Yes. What I mean by that is, if you listen to what your customer is telling you, your customer is going to move you to your success. Because they are the ones in need.
Yeah, the ones
You're
who are
not
using
building
your
that solution for yourself.
Correct.
You're building it for them. So listen to them. What is it that they're actually saying? And if you implement what they are telling you to, your company is going to be successful. So I've really learned that. And then, of course, the element of pivoting is those issues that the customers are going to tell you, you would start seeing bigger needs. It will open your eyes.
New services.
New products, new segments, new sectors, new ways of doing things, new technologies. Because that is the essence of it. Number 2 is bootstrapping. I told you we started Spin Mobile with a negative. And I have come to believe that, especially in tech space, you actually don't need all this money. If you can bootstrap, make with the little that you can, and aggressively build. Your business is going to grow, and you will not undersell yourself. Because, again, when you rush quickly to go and get investors, you're literally underselling yourself.
Yeah, because you're not ready for that money.
You are not ready yet. You will be undervalued, and you know, you will get people into your business and probably might even affect your vision. So bootstrap. Another key element, resilience. Challenges will come. I can tell you, Ali, Spin Mobile, we've not had it like smooth all through. I remember...
Iron sharpens iron.
Yes. I remember during the Spin at 5, I was talking about this incident about tax. You know, when we started, we were like, we are serving financial institutions. Now, financial institutions are supposed to pay us commission, which it is from their interests, and interest is not vatable. So this commission, we should not be able to charge VAT, because how can I charge a bank VAT and they don't pay VAT? So we assumed 1 year down the line, I think it was 2022, beginning of 2022, KRA came knocking. Audit is done, and they're like, you guys, you have to pay back to the beginning all the VAT that you're supposed to have charged. And remember, we had not charged it, so we had not collected it. So we got a penalty of 2.5 million shillings. That can literally crash
a business,
a startup.
100%.
Yeah. But they were gracious. They gave us a payment plan for 1 year, and we were able to pay it off. We learned our lesson. Let's just do the right thing. Today, if you come to Spain, tax money belongs to the taxman.
Compliance and
100%. Yes.
Yeah.
There's no need of you rushing to build and then you trying to catch up with compliance later, because it can be very painful.
It can kill you.
Yes. And we've invested also heavily around issues of data protection. I think that's what you said. We will talk about the sector, because we deal with data. And I know that is one thing that can literally crash you.
100%.
From penalties. If you are not compliant, things will catch up with you.
And just messing up your brand.
Yeah. So I can tell the business people, the startups out there, just be compliant. Do your work, you will have a good night's sleep. Nobody will be bothering with you. Do the thing, pay what is supposed to be paid, be compliant.
That is fantastic.
Yes. I think those are key lessons that I have learned in the process.
So 5 years down the line, have you raised any VC money?
Okay, so I'll take you back a bit. You remember the story of a friend of mine who we approached for
$1 million shillings?
$1 million shillings for 10%.
For 10%.
Came back, very good friend of ours, and he's an investor today in Spain.
So basically, he refused to give you $1 million shillings, and he pushed you to go build.
And he actually helped us, because I remember
I love this guy already.
At Java, and he was telling us, Victor, bootstrap.
I love this guy already.
Yes. Come back next month and tell me you've grown from this 10,000 shillings to 20,000 or to 30,000. That's and that really helped us. So he came a year later in 2021, and he was, I have come for the offer you gave me. But of course, the valuation had changed that time. But because we really needed them also to give us the strategy and to beef up.
So it was not just about the money.
It was not about the money. It was also the value. It was
about strategic more than anything else.
And we've gotten a lot of value from the two investors that we have in Spin Mobile today.
Okay.
So we have two different investors. One came in 2022 and another one in 2023.
Okay.
After that, we've literally been growing based on our revenue. Yeah.
Interesting. So let's now unpack the core business of Spin Mobile.
Yes. Okay. I would use an analogy that probably every listener would understand.
Sure.
If you go to a bank, probably a few years ago, they would ask you, give me your bank statement, give me your mobile money statement, give me your audited books, give me your pay slips. And somebody in the credit department would painstakingly go through that statement line by line, and probably you cannot even make sense of that data.
I cannot understand that banks still do that.
I have seen statements which are over 2,000 pages.
People are going line by line.
Surely. We actually, one of the banks recently.
In 2025?
Yes.
You're kidding.
And I remember we're doing this presentation, and somebody within the, I think it's business banking, told us it actually takes us 3 days to analyze. Yeah. And today with AI, that can be done in less than a minute. So that's what a gap we saw, that people were really struggling with the manual processes of analyzing data.
Wow.
So we started with extraction of M-Pesa statements data. And then once we extract that data, one of the first things we do, of course, these aspects are around fraud checks, just make sure that this file is not fraudulent. And Ali, out of every 8 statements, about 2 are fraudulent. It's alarming.
That high?
Very high.
Out of 8?
Yes.
2 are
fraudulent.
That's like 20%.
Yes. It's extremely high. Recently, we were doing an API that helps people to verify IDs, and 7% were actually fraudulent.
What?
Yes. So somebody has given an ID, but it doesn't match up with the name.
It doesn't belong to him.
It doesn't belong to him. So there's a lot of fraud that usually happens. So, but I've jumped my story. Let me get back to the core of what we do.
Yes.
So basic extraction of data from statements and helping companies make sense of that data. The data that is in these statements is very valuable for a number of reasons. Today, our lives revolves around mobile money. This parking down here, I'll pay via mobile money. My statement would show that actually I was here.
Kabisa.
Probably I'll shop somewhere. It will show I was there.
Yes.
It will show whether I'm betting or not. It will show whether I'm saving or not. The people I'm
sending.
It
will show whether unalipa fare ama ulipi fare.
Yeah, so literally...
These guys have so much data on us sometimes.
A lot.
I am scared.
Yes.
But it's 2025, man. Let's move on.
So if you want to make sense of that data, it is not by looking at the summary that is on that statement.
No.
It's literally in the patterns, the behavioral analytics that comes out of there, the affordability aspects, because that's how I can really see how much is the cash flow flowing through the statement.
Correct.
How much is actually income, because borrowed funds is not income. So I would need to remove all that to be able to arrive at how much can actually Victor afford. And today we've gone a notch higher to do combined analysis. I have 2 bank accounts. I have an M-Pesa number. So
you can combine those?
We can combine.
Wow.
And do analysis as one. And even remove cross-banking transactions, because when I'm paid, it goes to the bank.
Yes.
So if you analyze my bank statement separately, you would think I have a lot of money.
Correct.
Because
Kumbe
you analyze bank separately and M-Pesa separately, you've not removed the cross-banking transaction and duplicates. So we can do that. So that is basically what we play in. But with time...
So that product is called
Spin Crunch.
Spin Crunch.
Yes.
So let's drill down a little bit on that product.
Correct.
What's the business model there? Is it software as a service? Is it a percentage of? What's the model?
It is the software as a service.
Software as a service.
We wanted to make it as simple as possible for financial institutions.
Uncomplicated.
Uncomplicated. Because they charge transaction fee, processing fee. You just pay us some little money for every document analyzed. And you can also limit documents, the ones that you want to analyze. I didn't say that today we have 250 financial institutions using that software.
Whoa.
Yes, in 3 countries.
250.
Yeah.
So this is SACCOs, banks,
yes,
microfinance.
Yes.
Congratulations, boss.
Yeah, even mobile lenders.
You built an ecosystem. Built an ecosystem. Wow.
Yeah. So, and we, of course, now with time, we've grown into verifications, aggregation of APIs, because what we are trying to do is...
Speak to me about that, the aggregation of APIs.
You would go to a service review meeting with your clients and they tell you they have to log into IPRS separately to check. So I have seen your statement. There's a name, there's an ID, there's account number, or if it's an M-Pesa statement, there's a phone number. But I have to go to IPRS to check.
But that's verification enough.
Yes. So what we've done is that we have aggregated through several partners all these APIs and brought it right in front of the client. One API. Correct.
Wow.
So if you want to check CRBs, you can check from there. If you want to confirm IPRS...
How easy is it to consume all those APIs? Do they have to be integrated? Do you have documentation that starts from here to Timbuktu? How easy is it?
Is it, you're asking from our side as
from
Spin?
Your side.
Yeah, it is difficult. We started this process in 2022. And we've just gone one at a time. There are contracts we've signed with the likes of Safaricom, CRBs. We've gotten CBK approval in some instances because some of the data responsible is, and some of it is also technology that we've built. For example, today we do face matching. Face matching, I mean, if you take a picture of the ID.
Understood.
Yeah. And you have
current, like my ID was taken when I was 18 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, I would like to look like I'm 18, but I'm not, so
we can
that
tell.
is what you do.
Yes, we can actually tell it's a match or not. Yes, we can do that. And then also extracting the data that is in that ID and using it also for triangulation. So that's how you weed out fraud. So
if you have all this KYC already, why is it that the majority of banks in this country and in the region are still doing physical KYC? What's up with that, boss? What's going on?
Maybe they don't know Spin exists. We are their solution, but they don't know about us.
Bankers who are still insisting us to walk into a bank branch instead of taking eKYC seriously. Please meet Dr. Victor Kiplagat. He will sort you out. No, seriously, guys. I mean, it's just, during a break, at some point, I was having a conversation with one of my team members. And he was like, oh, I didn't know that I could actually do this. So he downloaded an app with a bank.
Yeah.
And a Choice Bank.
Yeah, yes.
And he was able to completely finish, create an account, and have an account in less than 10 minutes.
And it is more fraud-proof compared to somebody who walks in with the papers.
Amazing.
Yeah, because we've seen papers that look very legit, an ID that looks very legit, a statement stamped probably by the bank or by the customer service of Safaricom.
Like you see, we know stamps can be gotten at River
Yeah,
Road.
but when you check that, I've seen one statement recently
Yes.
that had 30th of February in the transactions.
30th of February.
Yeah.
30th.
Or somebody inserts a line and forgets that it has to balance.
Yes.
The cash in and cash
Absolutely.
out has to balance at the end of
Absolutely.
the month. So those are things that
That is
AI
interesting.
today
Yes,
helps.
absolutely. So
that you could not
you
do with a
have
naked eye.
plugged in AI into your platform.
Correct.
What platforms are you using for your AI?
Yeah. So
So you are a cloud-based platform.
Correct.
It's completely SaaS.
yeah, purely
Okay.
SaaS, purely cloud. And there's a solution we have called Taswira today.
Taswira.
Taswira.
I love that name.
Yes, it's a mobile app basically that as an individual you want to analyze yourself, you want to set budgets, you actually even can save in that mobile app, you have a marketplace in there. I'll talk about that later.
But
Yeah.
why have you not talked about this? Is it live?
Yes, live.
Taswira.
Live. Yeah,
This is the
Taswira
first time I'm
live.
hearing about it,
Yeah,
boss.
tell your viewers to please.
I am taking offense because you and I are friends. Why have you not talked to me about Taswira?
When we were the Naivasha, you left early.
I left
spoke
early.
about
That's
it.
true. I needed to rush back.
Yeah. So we use AI heavily because one of the key things we do is to help customers to understand their borrowers through classifications and categorization of data. So today we use AI heavily on issues of extraction, classification, categorization of data, and drawing out the patterns. I can actually mention some of the examples. Like, for example, we have seen anybody who has a SACCO savings, and this is based on a lot of data that we have seen, has over 60% less chances of default compared to somebody who doesn't have savings.
Really?
Yeah. And that is the model that we are seeing, the patterns we are seeing in the data. Yeah, because you ingest this data, and with time you can see the patterns developing.
You know, it's interesting that you talk about SACCOs.
Yeah.
Let me tell you one of my biggest problems with SACCOs. For lack of another word, these guys are still doing table banking.
A lot of
Now,
analog.
I would love to be able to. I'm one of those rare ones who is just not a SACCO member. Because I've not found a SACCO that can deal with my savviness. I don't want to be filling forms. Why am I filling forms? It's 2025, guys. SACCO guys, I don't need to fill forms, banner. Okay? Enable me to be a SACCO member, and all these Gen Zs here, my guys who are working with me, I can almost guarantee you none of them is a SACCO member here because you guys are not targeting them. Who's going to walk into a SACCO FOSA
and start filling
and
forms.
start filling forms?
Yeah. Or
I
going
don't have
round,
that time.
Or going around to get guarantors.
Or
on a
going
form
around
of
to get
paper.
guarantors. Come on, guys. Let's move to 2025. This is not 1965. Okay? So, I like what you've said about that little anecdote data around
Yes.
SACCOs.
Yes.
But how do we move SACCOs to digitally enable them?
I don't know if regulation is what is making them not to digitize, because actually I've seen SACCOs that are really trying, but I think some of the regulations around the SACCOs still takes them back to forms and all that.
So let me disagree a bit there because we were together with the Sasra CEO,
Yes,
David,
at the conference.
At the conference, I found him extremely savvy,
Yeah,
and I doubt whether we've had a conversation that says you must all these documentation have to be paper based. I doubt.
Yeah.
We had the same problem with banks.
yes, a few years back.
We had the same problem.
Some still are in that problem.
I remember walking into an NCBA And I'm saying this openly because, I said it on my LinkedIn page. And John Gashora, the group CEO, was one of these rare CEOs who takes feedback on social media and responds to it.
Yeah.
And he told me, Ali, we need to do better. And they've done better, my friend. They have done better.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at Loop today.
Yes.
So, John,
brilliant stuff.
Hats off to you and your team on that. So, back to this issue.
Yeah.
I'm going to make this my personal jihad and work with you on this SACCO thing because, honestly, I think we are missing a whole generation of Kenyans because we are insisting on operating on pre-independence mode. And we are in 2025.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
back.
There are some of the SACCOs that are really trying. Today we work with the likes of Kenya Bankers Association SACCO, Maisha Bora, and several other SACCOs, probably I may not mention all of them, that are already digitizing even issues to do with co-guarantorship, analysis of documents, allowing for better collaterals apart from just guaranteeing from each other, going purely a mobile app in terms of applications, even opening of accounts and all that. So there's some work happening there, but majority of the SACCOs are still
I would say struggling. 90% plus.
Yeah. They're really struggling.
Okay.
Yet there are tools out here. There are solutions out here that can really make
tools are there. It's
work easier.
You cannot today say that you can't do this because there are no tools. The tools are there. And we are ripe for another transformational space in financial services.
Absolutely
correct. And listening to your story, Victor, gives me so much hope.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about Taswira because we need to come to the end of this super interesting conversation.
Taswira was born out of many times that we would go to do a presentation to our clients, and we would use some of the demo data to show them how people are struggling out here with things like betting, loan stacking. Yeah, people are borrowing a lot out here and things like that. And you're like, what can we be able to do at individual space? Actually, we've seen some of the staff that tell us, analyze my statement, but please delete my data immediately. I don't want anybody in this organization to see. So we were like, why don't we build a solution for them that as Victor, I can take my data for the last 1 year, I can upload my statement into this mobile app, and the mobile app will analyze and break it down for me. Wow. I have seen people who, by just analyzing the statement, they have subscribed out of overdraft services because you see the charges that you're being levied on your statement. So we extract the data for you. We do combine analysis, so you can upload your bank statements, mobile money statements. You can even allow your SMSs. We give you that option. Because we are using the AI tools today to read purely M-Pesa and bank messages. And we help you to track your finances. You can see how much money I got, how much left, what were the biggest spenders, how much I borrowed, how much interest I was charged. If it is betting, how much did I bet, how much did I win? And you would actually see that you're actually losing big time. Yeah, and many other things that you can see from that mobile app. And we were like, now, beyond here, how can we help you to be financially healthy as an individual? And part of that is what I did in my PhD research. Probably I can talk about it later. Is we can then help you to budget. You can say, as Victor, my spending on entertainment is 30,000 a month. And I need something that can track it for me. Every time I spend, it knows this is a payment I've made at a club, and tell me you've used 10% of your 30,000. You still have X percent remaining.
Wow.
And it can actually tell you, yes, it tells you you have exhausted your budget on entertainment or on betting or on shopping or on fuel, even tithes and offering, because we track that today in our app. So you can set budgets and track the budgets. Then we're like, beyond that, once you are prudent in terms of budgeting, we want to help you to save. So within the mobile app, we have a section that you can actually save into the MMFs. So you can select an MMF that you want, and you can make your savings in there.
Oh, you have automated that?
We have automated that. It's in the mobile app you need to download. Then the last part of it is...
I can't wait to download this interesting app.
As Spin Mobile, or Taswira in this case, how can we make money? You are like, then we introduce a marketplace within the mobile app where we can vet the service providers in specific industries.
Because you have moved, boss.
Yeah. So in there, you check in there, we have the likes of Branch for mobile money. We have Mogo there. We have Inuka. Yeah. Or we go to the insurance section. You can see the providers there. You can go to investments, what we have talked about. You can go to travel, the likes of Bonfire. You can purchase and all things like that. So,
and you've automated the whole.
Yes, and that is ongoing. We are actually actively onboarding partners.
Okay.
And so that's how we help you to track your finances.
So this is a personal financial app.
It's a personal financial app. Yeah, a very good one. Using AI. It's purely AI driven.
Wow.
Yes. So so the main goal here is to help people to be financially healthy.
So how are you making money out of that?
It is a marketplace. Because
at the marketplace is where you make money. Correct. All these other services
it's free of charge. Yes, free of charge. Wow. Yeah. So we want to offer you very good service in analytics, such that you would not resist to purchase items through our app. That's how we would then earn a commission from that. Yeah. Yes. So that's Taswira.
I can see your PhD inafanya kazi. Inafanya kazi.
Yeah.
Wow. I think
and the team, actually, I don't want to take the credit.
Of course.
We have a
How big is the
team
now? How big is the team?
We are a small organization. We are about 25.
And you're doing all this stuff?
Yes, majority of those are software engineers.
Yes.
Brilliant people. I am amazed. I told you about the solution on face matching. I remember us giving feedback that we had gone to this client and they were like, can you be able to extract ID? And can you be able to then analyze and tell me whether it's a match or not? And one of the engineers told me, I have an idea around that. And true to Italy, I'm not lying.
He sorted it
In
out.
3 days, told me, Victor, there's something we want to show you. Let's go to the boardroom. Called the staff, and we actually saw it live. He had used his own ID to do face matching. So young people, we have brilliant minds in Kenya. Very brilliant minds. I think we just need to create opportunities for these young people. They can do wonders.
I completely agree.
Yeah, the things I see every day in there, amazing stuff.
What's the average age of your staff?
Oh, all of them are Gen Zs except maybe out of the 25, the millennials, myself, CFO, CTO.
So you're like five of you who
70% are Gen Zs.
5 of you are messing up
giving
the average
guidance.
age.
Giving guidance. Yeah, messing the average age, yeah. Okay. But the median is quite low. And they're doing a fantastic job. Really amazing
fantastic,
stuff.
Fantastic. So 5 years down the line.
Yes.
How are you feeling about yourself?
We are not yet there yet. We wrote a very ambitious 5-year strategic plan,
yes,
which we are reviewing this year.
Okay.
To now develop 2026 to December 2030 strategic plan.
Okay.
But I'm excited.
Do 5-year plans?
We do 5 years.
Okay.
And then now break it into years and then do quarterly reviews. We would have done better. There are some things, of course, we've gotten wrong here and there. It's not been perfect, as I told you.
Nobody's perfect, man, except the good Lord up there.
Absolutely, absolutely. But I'm very excited about the next 5 years. This year alone, we've grown by over 50% in our revenue.
Wow.
It's amazing. I think, I don't know what was waiting for that growth to happen, but really we've grown a lot this year. And in the next 5 years, we've mapped out about 23 different countries that we want to get into. In
Africa.
In sub-Saharan Africa, yes. And we're also big on partnerships. Today we have over 10 different partners that makes SpinCrunch the powerful solution that it is today.
So you have built an ecosystem of looking at financial services, individual corporates, and you have just given me sort of a crystal ball of where you want to go between now and 2030. So, Victor, I mean, this conversation is so interesting, but I'm seeing my executive producer telling me
time is up.
Time is up. But before I close, I did warn you that I'm going to throw a curveball at you. So, if a PE, that's a private equity play, or another global organization comes to you and says, Victor and your team, we love what you've done.
Yeah.
Here is a check that you can't say no to and walk away. What would you say to that?
Okay, walk away is difficult.
Okay.
But having people who can come and invest into this dream and make these 5 years that we are talking about come faster, the 23 countries to come faster, it's a big yes.
It's a big
Actually, people can reach out to me. We have a discussion. Okay. And of course, I am not the only shareholder in the business. We'll have to consult the rest.
Yes.
But we can talk.
There you have it, guys. I have been speaking with Dr. Victor Kiplagat. Super interesting. Spin Mobile has been built with what I call BST, blood, sweat, and tears. And today, they service and work with 250 plus financial institutions across 3 markets.
Yes.
They're looking at growing beyond that. So investors, if you have a couple of dollars you want to have a discussion, Dr. Kiplagat is here. But for me to just say thank you so much, Victor, for finding the time to come and talk to me and to come and give you nuggets of wisdom to the Pan-African ecosystem, which is what we serve here. And to say asante sana.
Thank you.
And I'm looking forward immediately after this to download the Taswira app.
Correct.
Asante sana, brother.
I'm truly grateful as well
Asante.
for inviting me.